For more on this, we're joined by talkSPORT Saturday night host, big Manchester United fan, Mark Goldbridge. Mark, morning.
Morning, Mark.
Morning, both. Hope you're well.
Very well, Mark. Do you give United any chance here? Look, it's a derby, Mark. We know they've shocked City before, but City at the moment look, they look different class.
Yeah, I think it's. I think with all the injuries United have got, but more importantly, the way Man City are playing and the way United have played this season, it's a weird one. It's a bit like the one at Anfield before Christmas, where you sort of like, it's not a free hit because it's a Manchester derby, but you're sort of hoping that maybe we can just keep them out for 20 minutes like Everton and Brentford did and nick something on the break. I think you've got to score there, as we saw with Brentford and Everton, who defended well a few weeks ago. But for a Manchester derby, I'm ashamed to say that that's the approach. We know we're not going to have the ball. We know they're going to be in control of the game, and you're just hoping that you can keep them out and snatch something, which is sort of an indication of where we are at the moment. Over the last 10 years, we've declined compared to Man City.
Mark, what do you make of we'll talk about Marcus Rashford in a moment, but Ten Hag's suddenly getting a bit vocal. Is that the pressure getting to him now, or does he just feel, I've had enough of this, I'm going to stand up for myself?
Yeah, I think it's well. Look, myself, United fans, everybody quite rightly is. Man United have lost 10 games last time I checked, so it's not a good season. I think there's reasons for it, but I'm actually a fan of Ten Hag coming out defending Bruno. I know he's had a lot of stick, but as a manager, as a Manchester United manager, we saw Sir Alex Ferguson do it for years. You've got to create that siege mentality at sometimes, because as a Manchester United manager, you're going to get criticised whether it's right or wrong. So I'm quite glad that he's coming out and defending players and being a little bit more vocal, because that's what you need to do as a Manchester United manager.
Mark, I just got to ask you about Marcus Rashford, because he's come out of a big statement. Obviously, don't like what people are saying about him, saying he's not committed and all this. Look, I can speak saying I'm committed to the club. But it's when you put that shirt on and you go out in front of 75,000 people, you've got to show you that you're committed and, you know, show that you really care for the club and work hard. If you're having a bad time when you're playing, make sure you put the effort in. And have you seen enough effort from Marcus Rashford in recent weeks?
No, and I think it's weird. I don't know when he did that. I don't know why he's put that out. I mean, he's got to deliver on Sunday now. I mean, for me, he's put a target on his back more than he had. The interesting thing with this is it's sort of like he's had a pop at the media for having a go at him, but there's probably two or three things I'd say. First of all, it's not just fans on social media. This is people on, mainstream media talking about him on a televised game the other night. Everybody can see it. You've heard Darren Bent talking there as well. And in relation to what Andy Goldstein said, did Cristiano Ronaldo not have more press around him when he was at United? And I think that's a great point. I mean, you can talk the talk, but it's time to deliver on the pitch. Rashford's not famous because of writing books. He's famous because he played well for Manchester United, and he needs to get back to that. I'm not really bothered if he does interviews, but Cristiano Ronaldo, everyone knew in 2007 or 8 he wanted to go to Real Madrid. He went and he didn't get the move, and I think he won the Ballon d'Or. He was the best player on the pitch. This whole I love the club thing, absolutely fantastic. But guess what? There's players who play for clubs who don't really love the club. They're there professionally to earn money and, give their best on the pitch. So I found look, I like Rashford. He's got to start delivering. I don't really care about the interviews. I don't really care about the books. It's brilliant. But deliver on. The best critic can't react to a player who goes and scores a hat-trick in a Manchester derby. You can't. You've just got to take your hat off. And we're Manchester United, and he's been not very good this season, and we're now getting some sort of reaction because of an interview. I don't care about the interview. I'd rather he didn't do the interview. Go and score the goals at the weekend. Nobody can criticise you.
Mark, nice one. Enjoy the game if you can. It's going to be some game, Mark.
Rashford hat-trick. Here you go.
I'll be asking Coral the odds on that. Don't worry about that, Mark. Mark Goldbridge is back. We show on talkSPORT from 7:30 tomorrow. It reacts to 6 3:00 Premier League games and the tea time game between Luton and the Villa. The Sunday session will keep you right across all the games. That game at the Etihad, and you can get your calls in to Madge and Pards on the final word from 6:30.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.